What's up, guys? It's your boy VO here, and I'm just gonna be talking about things that I would like to see going forward. Just a quick video, and yeah. So as you guys know, there's lots of leaks of updates of what's coming out, um, and all the other stuff like that. And honestly, I see myself playing this game for a while if they do it right. So, like for example, like we know that there was a leak that said that pretty much the new update for the land, I think it's going to be called Izuma or Izumi, the new country, is going to be roughly around the same size of like total size of Lue. So, um, I find that pretty nice. Like, I'm pretty sure not every country is going to be as large as Lue. Um, to be honest, Mondstadt in comparison, I would say is roughly I would say about like three-fourths of what the size of Lue is altogether. Um, or you could say they're around the same size. Mondstadt is a bit smaller. As far as total land, Mondstadt definitely has less of it. It seems like if you were to count all just the land altogether, it seems like it has less land. Um, and this is accounting for, I would say, these edges at the end. If you walk around these edges at the end, whereas Lue doesn't have as much besides over here. But honestly, oh wow. Um, I definitely want to see a nice big map. One thing I do know, well, we do know, is the fact that the new map is going to be based off Japan. This one is currently based off Russia, they said. Well, no, not Russia, Germany. Based off Germany. The new one is going to be based off of Japan, and Lue is currently based off China. So, it's going to be something pretty nice to see, honestly. And I don't know how I feel. Um, I know Miyoye is a Chinese company. Um, the question is, can they model can they model the Japan as good as they model their version of China or their implements of China into the game? Because I mean, like, it's a whole lot easier to model what you already know or compose music based off what you already know. And I honestly wonder how good they're going to do with trying to model um after Japan and Japan's music and everything, which I don't think they can't do it, but I want it to be as good as a job as they have done with Lue. So, that's not as big of an issue though. But I definitely want to see them actually put real work into it, and I hope it's not rushed just for content. Uh, Now another thing is Geoculus. There is the how would I put it? I'm just gonna say the leaks. And one of the leaks, people are talking about how they're gonna have a compass for Geoculus, which is actually gonna be fairly nice. I don't think people need to spend multiple hours on end trying to find regular Geoculus around the map. And not to say that it's a bad idea, I just feel like it really burns out a person. For example, think of all the people who took massive time trying to trying to find these Geoculus, even with a pre-made map that we already have from whoever, right? Um, I just don't think it's a extremely relevant idea to have us searching for 130 plus Geoculi in random places, for one, and especially given the fact that you can't actually tell where some of them are at because they're too high or too low. And that, I mean, while it does make you explore the map, yes, it I I feel like it's time consuming. It's time consuming, people want to do the quest that's involved with it. People want to get the stamina, and a lot of people would not be looking for those if we didn't have the pre-made maps. So either add a better way to see them or notice them, such as like you give us a star, but it points whether or not it's up or down, kind of like regular missions do on a map, or you do something like you just give us the compass, which they're talking about inside of pretty much the leaks, is that there's going to be a compass for them. But either way, I don't think that we should be limited to just having to literally search the entire every nook and cranny of the map to try to find Geoculi. It's time consuming. Um, while it is a nice exploration idea, it it's going to get really stale really fast, and people are not going to want to do it, or it's going to turn them away from the game. Um, Other things that I have to mention, really, that like it's so much stuff that they can improve. Um, for example, I feel like there needs to be a little bit more stuff that a person can do daily. While the resin is cool, the resin feature only has for 120. You get more throughout the day. You're probably going to get a total of, if you empty out your resin at reset, you'll probably get at least 160 resin more throughout the day until the next reset. That's just based off like regular time. Now, one thing I do like about the resin feature is, yes, it does stop you from overly grinding and burning yourself out in the game. Um, while some people like this feature, others don't. But I do agree that the resin feature is a good feature, but I feel like there should be something more to dailies. Um, Such as like, for example, the challenges we do. What if the challenges we do reset every day? Or even if they reset to a lesser chest, like a tier below. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Um, Not even just the challenges though. It's plenty of things. The challenges we do. Oop, here we go. Um, Boom. All the slimes in the boat, and cast the air attack, and cast a tornado. Oh wow, that didn't kill him. So yeah, nah, having. Oops, this is gonna be tough. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Um, but yeah, honestly, where did I leave off? Don't even remember. um, there are lots of things I really like about this game. Elemental, for example, things like that involved. The environment changes. Like there's so many good things that go apart in this game. There's just little stuff that can be added to make a player feel like they're not stuck in the game. Um, the daily commissions are nice. It's a way to definitely keep you getting pretty much leveling every day. You get around 1,200 something like that per day. That's basically based just off that. That's not counting any type of resin you spend. The resin you spend will get you like an um, extra 600 to 1,000, depending on how much you do. And and sometimes you have random little side quests that pop up throughout the day. Now, um, maybe there can be some events that don't require resin that are up during the days. Maybe it's like a max amount of chances you can do them per day, things like that, or even little fun stuff. For example, um, what if we did like some, I might say some passive, but helping friends in co-op without you spending your own resin. What if you can get a small amount of EXP, like a fourth, right? You spend your friend spends 20 resin, right? And they get 100, but you're just gonna get like a 25 just for helping type deal. That would be nice. It'll make people want to do co-op a bit more, which actually helps the community. It will keep co-op flowing because after a while, what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to get high level. Newer players are going to have trouble trying to get people to join their co-ops. Um, it's going to be a bit tougher, especially you can do all the content by yourself. That is 100% true that you can find and do all the content by yourself. But even for me right now, hitting this level 35, my characters right now are level 60, 60, 50, and 50. And I have to slowly bring them up to 60. But even so, even with just like this, um, completing a co-op or completing these level 35 missions, etc., they're quite tough. Um, I think I did, which one did I do? I did one of the ones over, where is it? I did one of these over here, right? Um, one a different day though. I did the third one, and I actually had a pretty hard time trying to kill everybody within the time limit. It was one of the ones where it's another quest that I had to do where you had to kill whatever mobs there were, and you couldn't have more than like 25 seconds apart from each kill, or like 50 seconds apart. And I ended up fighting an Abyss Mage, and it was impossible to kill him within 60 seconds. I just couldn't do it at my current state. And honestly, even with like multiple ults catching him in and everything else, hitting him perfectly with attacks, the most I can get him was break his shield and get him to half. So it's like things get tough. Co-op makes it a whole lot easier, but with a lot of people rushing up in rank levels, co-op actually is going to start getting harder for lower people because there are not higher people joining them and they can't join higher ones. So the world cap level actually is a bit of an issue, I would say. Um, like higher people will never join lower lobbies. Um, I think there should be, if there's an incentive for that, especially an EXP one, then it would make a great thing to help the community, help out lower players. That would actually be nice. Not saying people specifically need it now, but I can see that happening in the future. Another other things is characters. The characters are actually nice. I don't really have a problem with the gotcha system, although the leaks, as I said, the leaks are gonna pretty much saying that they're gonna be better. Um, they're gonna make it better. There's things that they're gonna change it to 50 instead of 90, or change it to 80. That they're gonna have a carryover system for pretty much the 90 that you do. All those things are nice. I think those are cool, and it's not that much of a problem for that system. Another thing, spiritual abyss. Um, what is it? Spiral. I always call it spiritual abyss for some reason. Spiral abyss. Spiral abyss is pretty nice. Um, although I'm going to have to do more of them. Spiral abyss does require you to have an extreme amount of multiple characters to use. Uh, which is definitely why things like co-op, and helping people in co-op so that they can get those characters up faster, it would be nice. And like that's going to go along with that too. But really, outside of that, all the other stuff that they're possibly adding in the updates, uh, I'm really fine with. Even if they don't add them, I'm not really looking forward to them as much. I just wanted to talk about the things I think should be added the most at the moment, and that is more incentive to play outside of just resin. Um, a better way for people to still gain EXP without like massively spamming it, so that like you give a person the ability to do 200 all the time, and they're gonna easily think like, 30 runs. I'll just do 30 runs and level up today. Like, and yeah, a person will over level and burn themselves out. But you can give an incentive to like the co-op, feature, which will help lore players in your future, and also it'll completely help other players too, because like it'll make you want to play more with other people. Um, it'll give you an incentive to even help out your own friends per se, because it's like, why not get extra EXP while you're at it? And yeah, so but outside of that, yeah, I just want to talk about what was on my mind about the update and stuff. I'm really waiting on the character uh Zhongli. Like I can't wait. I can't wait to hear more story. I hope that this isn't the end of the Leeway story. Well, we know it's not, because we have to visit what's the name, but hope the Leeway story ends pretty well. We find out everything about Rex, why Zhongli is so suspicious to us, because I think everyone's wondering who Zhongli is at this point, if he's Rex. I have a few theories on that I'll probably do a video about. But the lore of this game is pretty nice. I'm probably gonna do more videos about the lore of this game and everything going on. But yeah, I'll be talking to you guys later, and peace. Go hide in the bush.